Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we have some severe weather ongoing across the plains for today and as well as tomorrow, especially. And then we are still keeping an eye out for a potential major hurricane developing at the end of this month, which there has been some big changes, and we're going to show you guys those. So make sure to, stay tuned for more updates about that, as that could be a very dangerous storm. But let's first go ahead and talk about what we can expect for today. And as you guys can see, we do have a slight risk for severe storms across parts of northeast Nebraska, heading there towards eastern South Dakota, back into southwest Minnesota, and even a little bit there of northeast Iowa. At risk for maybe a brief spin up tornado or two today. Chances are pretty low, so you don't need to take this too seriously, but you should at least have a few ways to receive alerts and make sure you at least have a safe spot or two to get in, just in case a storm does get tornado warned. For the wind threat, we just got a 15% risk for damaging winds across those same areas that are under the threat for a few brief spin up tornadoes. And same goes for hail. Both hail and wind, looks to be our main concern for today, but like I said, even a brief spin up tornado is also possible, so also be aware about some damaging winds and large hail too as well. And the best way to prepare for those is to secure your objects and to even bring your cars into your garage, so that way they do not see any hail dents in them. Let's now go ahead and take a look at tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's looking a lot more concerning, because for tomorrow we do have a 5% risk for tornadoes, mainly across parts of eastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin, looking to see, a threat for a few tornadoes, possibly getting up to EF2, depending on how strong these storms can get. So make sure to take tomorrow seriously if you do live in eastern Minnesota or western Wisconsin. We are especially concerned about large hail, because as you guys can see, for the large hail threat, we do have a 15% risk for large hail across those same areas that have that tornado threat. But that black color that you see right there, which is pretty much the same shape as that yellow color, that indicates a chance of 2-inch in diameter hail or greater. Okay, so that is definitely not good news for tomorrow, so you need to make sure your cars are in your garage before tomorrow starts, because very, very large hail cannot be rolled out. So make sure to be taking that seriously, even if you live in northern parts of Iowa. And then for the wind threat, we just got a 15% risk for damaging winds, so not really extremely concerning compared to the hail threat, but still going to be something to take seriously too as well. So if you do have any plans tomorrow, probably going to want to be canceled, because like I said, a few spin up tornadoes and even some very large hail is going to be possible tomorrow. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the tropics. And like I said, we are concerned about a hurricane developing, and as of right now, that area just has a 20% chance of development during the next 7 days, which is good news for right now. But as we get closer, this will likely upgrade more and more, because we are looking over 7 days out from where this hurricane is going to be developing. So, because this hurricane isn't going to be developing for another 7 days or so, we only have a very small chance of development. But as we do get closer, please expect this area to develop, and you should probably even be ready just in case, especially if you live along the East Coast or even the Deep South, likely to see, some impacts from the system, just not yet, like I said, because we are still over 7 days out. And then with this other system over here, this used to be Tropical Storm Gordon, which has now just died down, but could redevelop into a tropical depression or tropical storm. Some of them even show it being a hurricane as we head throughout the rest of this week. So you guys, need to make sure you are paying attention, but this isn't going to impact any land, so you guys will be fine. Let's now go ahead and take a look at what the models are showing. And as you guys can see, as we head into September 26th, which will be at the end of this month, we do expect there to be a hurricane, like I said, and this hurricane is likely going to develop down here near Cuba, and that was pretty much the box that I just showed you, and I can go back. So that area right there is likely going to turn into a hurricane and move up to the north and impact parts of Florida there, as you guys can see. And then as soon as it impacts Florida, this, will likely die down and move up the east coast, because that's what the models show. And thankfully it's not as strong, but this could still become a major hurricane though, so we'll keep an eye on it. This model though, this is a completely different model, by the way. We're looking at the CMC model, and the model that we just took a look at was actually the GFS model, by the way, but we're looking at the CMC model, which is the Canadian model. As you guys can see, this one shows much more rainfall with this hurricane, and so that could definitely mean a stronger hurricane right there. And it still shows it pretty disorganized, especially because it kind of shows that line right there. But this is still a very big thing that we need to keep an eye on, as we could very well see some major hurricane development, and so we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for it. Now let's go ahead and look at if we are in a La Nina yet, and yes, we are in a La Nina. Now not everyone has said that we are in a La Nina just yet, but this which is the water temperatures in the eastern Pacific Ocean, these water temperatures have almost reached moderate La Nina stage, okay, which is crazy, by the way. We are almost below a degree below Celsius, okay, so we're talking a degree Celsius below average, which indicates 33 degrees Fahrenheit below average. So we're talking well below average water temperatures in the eastern Pacific, and latest from it is actually showing almost a degree, a little bit less as of right now, but as soon as it passes that line, that will likely be a concern right there that we will have to keep an eye on. Let's go ahead and look at what will happen if we really see these conditions start to ramp up. And as you guys can see, if we continue to see those water temperatures go down, or if we continue to see more in the way of a La Nina, we will likely start to see some pretty big changes with this jet stream moving farther up to the north, with cooler air likely surging in for this fall and winter across the northern United States, while the Northwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and even parts of the Midwest likely to see some weather than normal conditions. So this will be something to keep an eye on, as we do head into both the fall and winter, like I said. The problem is that down here in the southern United States, we'll be seeing warmer than normal temperatures mixed with drier than normal precipitation across this area. So unfortunately, we will need to be watching these areas farther down south for a potential drought that may develop both this fall and winter. I don't think it's gonna be as severe though, but we will still be watching for at least a moderate drought to occur in some areas. So it will definitely feel much different than what we saw the last couple of years, but it will still be pretty nice overall down here, especially because we are expected to see a warmer and even a nice winter, especially because we'll be seeing a lot of areas likely reaching the 70s due to warmer than normal temperatures. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. If you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and press that subscribe button to stay updated for more weather updates. Don't forget to smash that like button and even click that notification bell down below too as well, so that way you guys are notified whenever I do go live or do a video. So make sure to do that, and of course leave any comments, questions, or concerns that you have to ask down below. I don't care what it is, just make sure it's respectful. So make sure to do all that, and I hope you guys all have a great day.